Okay, we're back with more Rimworld. Been a hot minute. Also, I don't know why there's some insect jelly here that's forbidden. Anyway, last time we got decently progressed. We even got little child and baby rooms set up with clipping chairs and all. I really hate that. I really hate that. Can we maybe put the chairs there to have them stop clipping? No, we can't. You know what? It clips a little less bad, so I think we'll stick with that. Anyway, sorry, I really wish that they didn't clip. I really, really wish they didn't clip. Anyway, but this setup does mean we can have children in our colony, and they are in the home area, okay. Just making sure. We can have children in the colony, which means we can increase colony size pretty decently, and I do want to do that. The only thing is, we're about to run out of room if we keep expanding upwards, because we can only actually build up to here, which is enough room for, like, one more room, I think, in terms of a full room. Yeah, technically, because I won't be able to smooth the wall if I do it that way. So, unless I did, like, one huge room, so, like, I could, actually, it needs to be one less wide. I could do a room this size right here, and this could be, like, the final room in this giant-ass hallway. And then I could connect other hallways down here to have more expansion of my base. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Simply because, although I have no idea what to do with this room, I think it's a neat idea. I think it'd be cool to be able to, I need to actually mine a way in. I think it'd be cool to be able to have one big room for some reason. I'm not sure what it'll be. And do I actually want to mine all of this? You know, I'm only going to mine the one, because I actually think I want to have a door here, a regular door, and we'll just smooth these walls here. But anyway, we'll just have one big room. Maybe this could be like a rec room or something. I don't know. What would we want a big room for? It could also be like a massive prison complex. Who knows? You know, we'll figure something out. This could become our storage room even. We could move the storage room up here. If we swap around locations of rooms, it's perfectly doable because we have the pick up and haul mod. Like, it's not hard. It's not the pick up and haul mod. It's the minify everything mod. Pick up and haul is a different mod, which I don't think we have, actually. So yeah, we could absolutely move shit. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. So I think we'll do exactly that if we need to. That's a big if, though, because right now, I don't know what we would be moving things to where, other than making that a storage room. If I did make that a storage room, because of the fact that obviously we want to keep the storage near the crafting rooms, we'd probably have to move the kids' rooms and stuff. We might even move the freezer and kitchen up near here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's always room to move things around. We could also just turn the storage room into a freezer. Have it be that the storage and the freezer are the same room. Have this one big room be both. And then have the kitchen moved here, move these two down to, like, here, these two, and then we'd have one extra room being this storage room that we could turn into whatever we felt like. There's a lot of options, and it's always nice to have options. And just mining this out isn't going to do anything really bad for us. Now, if I smooth out all the walls, it is going to result in a massive increase in colony wealth, because believe it or not, a smooth wall is apparently worth money, and I don't know why. I think it's kind of dumb, but whatever. Anyway, so let's go ahead and tell my pawns to start hauling these rocks, because otherwise they're going to be too focused on research to actually be doing it, and then when I tell them to haul, they're going to have to do it from scratch with all of them already sitting there. Let's go ahead and hold this door open, because they're going to be passing through a lot as well. Cricket is just absolutely blitzing through these rocks. But it will help if we can get more miners, simply because we're going to want them. Okay, please have this compacted machinery be the only one. I don't want it to be into the wall, because then I have to worry about the wall, and I really don't want to have to worry about the wall. So, let's have her go over there and... Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have to do a little bit of scummy cheesing, where we just kind of replace a little bit of the wall. Because I really... I wish you could just build smoothed granite, because it really sucks when you're trying to make a specifically sized room and then suddenly there's something in the wall you want to mine, and I can't smooth compact machinery. I wish I could, but I can't. Hey, welcome to the chat. I see you're not just lurking today, but feel free to if at any point you want to just go back to lurking, that's fine. Even more compact machinery, that's very nice. Okay, we're slowly hauling all of these rocks out. It's going to take a little while. We're not going to fill up quite over here, but we do need to start burning through these granite blocks, or eventually we're going to not have any room to store more granite blocks. It's kind of a use it or lose it situation with storage. Wow, and even more machinery. That's a bit much. That's a lot, actually. Now, this roof, we are going to need a column. We'll make it out of granite so that it's nice and strong. Matter of fact, do I actually make a granite column or do I make a whole granite wall? I'll do a column, that way they can walk through it. Okay, we're just gonna real quick replace these walls. I know, but I really wish we didn't have to worry about smoothing the granite out. So we pretend like that never happened. Shh. Anyway, there we go. So now we could smooth out these walls, although I will wait to do that just because it increases the colony wealth, and I'd really rather not start getting raided when I don't even have a purpose for this room yet. I will go ahead and replace it with wooden flooring, simply because, yeah, we're not going to have enough, so that tells me to chop more wood. That should be enough for now. Bulk goods trader, okay, well, I guess technically I don't need to chop the wood if they're going to sell it, but I really don't want to spend money on something I can just chop a tree for. The growing zone is coming along nicely. B, you're my trader. Please come and check out what they've got. Anything worthwhile. Well, we could buy either sheep or cows, and considering we got a bit of an animal colony, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad decision, but at the same time, I don't really feel like we are having issues with food nor with textiles, at least not one that wool would help. I mean, I do need leather, but wool is not leather, so I think we're good in that regard. Let's get rid of all the garbage leather we don't need, because there is a lot. Sadly, they aren't selling any plain leather. I'd love to buy some from them. And let's sell them 9 hardweave just so that that stack is more proper in size. From there, I think, yeah, no, we just... That's it. They don't quite have enough money. I don't care. I really don't. Okay. We're so focused on building the floor that we haven't been cleaning the floor that we've already got, which is a little completely disgusting because it's covered in a mixture of platypus crap, velociraptor crap, and insect crap. So maybe we clean that up. Which is a very interesting combination of crap, but it's quite literally what it is filled with. Now, where do we want to put torches in here? Because we do need light, but I think if we did wall lights, the center area wouldn't really have any light. I probably shouldn't have done a... I shouldn't have done a column because I can't put torches on a column. You know what? I'm gonna build a wooden column temporarily. I'm out of wood. I can't. At some point, I'm going to build a wooden column, and I'm going to add some more wood to this. Then I'm going to have that as a temporary structure just so that the roof doesn't collapse while I build a granite wall in the center, and then put torches on that. Let's go ahead and forbid all of these, by the way, so that they stop building and wasting the wood. I would like them to be building in light as opposed to in dark, so... Okay, there we go. Once they build that column... Oh, B is pregnant. Well, you know what? We don't have to cancel it this time. We'd had been canceling any pregnancies out, but now we finally have a setup where we can have children that aren't going to just regret being born. So this will be better. We'll do a fine granite wall. Just because why not? It'll look nice. And then we can deconstruct that column. And we can get torches all around in that center area. And let's see how that actually looks light level wise. Because if it's not bright enough, then we'll need more. Yeah, we'll need more on the walls. Corbine over here, what are your stats? Refined palette is not great. It's going to slow them down quite a lot. They're also 56. Do they have any health issues? Well, admittedly, for a 56-year-old, they are healthy. Good at melee, which is nice. We do need another melee pawn. Artistic is nice. Not something we particularly need, but nice to have. Social, we really don't need. I don't think we take this person in, because this is too difficult of a quest for a colonist that, honestly, we could probably get better. We could probably get way better. Anyway, let's put a torch here, here, and let's see if we need to move those and put them in the corners instead. Yeah, we do. So that's with a 2 gap. Although I want to actually move this one. There we go. And now the room is nice and lit up. Very bright, I may add. Probably didn't need quite that many torches, if I'm being honest. Matter of fact, can I get rid of these two and it's still bright? Yeah, okay, that looks a little better. So now we've got this nice big room for who knows what purpose. Honestly, I don't know what to do with it. I think this is just a nice room to have for if we need a big room. It doesn't look great in there due to the whole non-smoothed walls things, but it's so big that it's still considered impressive. So, I mean, I guess that's not bad. Mad Rat. Okay. Well, it can't get in our building, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, what else could we possibly do in there? I mean, we could turn it into a prison, like I talked about before. That is an option, I suppose. We could do a recreation room in there as well. That would be something we could do. Ooh, that's what I think we should do, though. This could be our crafting room. Also, no. I'm not having you people come in here. If we do end up doing that, though, we are going to have to move the storage room, because otherwise they're walking at a lot more of a distance than they really need to. So, I think it's going to be a lot of moving if I move the... I put the baby room right next to the kids' room. It doesn't need to be there. I think I'm just going to swap the baby room and the storage room. Just because I don't want to deal with that. So, okay, we need to get all these things in here. I'm actually going to... I'm going to move the butcher table somewhere else. Because the butcher table causes dirtiness. Although, so does the stonecutter's table, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yeah, -5 to cleanliness. Maybe I will just bite the bullet and say that the room's going to be a little dirty and we need to work on something to make it cleaner. I don't really want to have the butcher's table so far away from the dining room. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it in here. And we're going to... Or, this is the dirty room. This will be the dirty workshop, and everything else gets put in the clean workshop. That's an idea, to be sure. So this room is still clean. Yeah, neither of these cause dirtiness. So we've got a stonecutter's table. We've got a tailor bench. I don't think a smithy makes a room dirty, so we'll get a smithy. We're probably not doing any brewing right now, so I'll wait on that. We'll get a smelter. And I think we could use the art bench. Although right now we don't have any artists, it will be useful in the future. And we'll leave it as that for now. We don't have as many crafting buildings as we could eventually have. So for now, this will work. Says it's not quite clean in here. Is it? Does this subtract? It does subtract from cleanliness. Okay, Smithy, you're going in the dirty cleaning room. Does the smelter subtract from cleanliness? It doesn't. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. We'll put a chair here and here. We're going to swap around where the art bench is. I guess it makes sense to have art right next to the tailoring bench. Sort of. Kinda. Alchemy finished researching. That is quite nice. Let's research leather tanning. No reason not to. Or actually, wait a minute. Do we do that or do we go for complex workshops? I think we go for complex workshops. Now we are out of cloth. I'm actually going to go ahead and till a little area to do some more cloth growing. Simply because I can. We'll do a little 8x8. 64 should be good. Because we do need more cloth for, like, the chairs that I started making them out of cloth, and I'm going to finish making them out of cloth, damn it. Eventually. Whenever we finish this, it's going to take a while. Eddie's just researching instead of helping, which doesn't actually speed that along at all. Whatever. Anyway, B is still, you know, because she's pregnant, we can already tell that the kid is going to have black hair. Cool, I guess. I'm pretty sure both the parents have black hair, so I'm not really surprised. Oh, no, never mind. Eddie has blonde hair. Okay, so the kid's going to have her hair color. That's all we know about the kid so far. They are baseliners, because I tend to use baseliners. I don't, you know, I basically only do baseliners of sanguiphages, just because sanguiphages feel like a direct upgrade. Everything else feels like it's kind of iffy on its usability. I don't like having colonists who only have certain things they can do, simply because if for some reason I need someone to do, like, cooking, it's nice if they have at least a 3 in cooking. Oh, I was wondering why they weren't tilling the soil. I didn't realize all of the heel root's done. That's gonna take a long time. Also, we should absolutely store the heel root in here. Sorry, herbal medicine in here, since it is the freezer and it does need to stay cold or else it'll rot. Now, I'm gonna say we were gonna work on plague masks once those finished. I hope we can wear that along with the padded helmets, because it'd be really sad if we can't. But if we can't, we can't. I'm gonna worry more about aesthetics than protection. And if that causes my colonists to get injured, then so be it. And I think we finally started now. All it needs is wood and herbal medicine, which I really don't understand why wood. But, I mean, sure, I guess. We'll chop more wood, because we have wood, but we don't have a ton. But yeah, we've got a whole lot of herbal meds to clear out down here. After this, I think we may grow more cloth, but honestly, I don't know if we need to grow anything quite right now in such a big growing zone. Because, let's be real here. What's the benefit to growing something in this big of a thing? It's that you get a lot of whatever you're growing. Is there anything we need a lot of? Also, yeah, I was about to say, am I getting raided because it just froze for a bit? That's a huge raid. Okay. And these are not tribals, so that's scary. Thank goodness they did not give the dirt mole a melee weapon. Okay. Let's pause and unpause, or, well, unpause and pause time to see. Okay, they've got frontier weapons, because they are a frontier raider. Frontier weapons are decently scary. They're not as bad as they could be, but they are pretty scary. We are dealing with mostly frontier weapons. The only person in our whole colony who doesn't have one, the reason they don't is because they have a legendary recurve bow, and that's honestly worth more than a frontier weapon in my mind, unless it's a legendary frontier weapon. But dealing with a raid of this size is definitely scary. I wish we had some, like, barricades or sandbags set up, but it's not, we don't have time to set those up right now. We need to set up more security for this kind of raid in the future. Including, we need to actually set up a kill box. Right now, we don't have a kill box, and that's going to really cause some issues for us during this raid. So, here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have Cricket come and open the door. So that they all have to funnel through one little door. So yeah, we need to set up like a little maze that they have to go through so that we can not have to worry about that in the future. There is one other thing I want to try, now that I have the door opened. I think it'd be in miscellaneous. Yes, a beacon. These take a long time to craft, but if I can craft one real quick, we would be in tip-top shape. We would actually be fine for this raid if we can just make it. Okay, they don't take as long as I thought. I thought they took, like, twice as much work. We don't have any allies. When that trader was here, I should have gifted them a lot of free shit so that they would be our ally. But I didn't foresee this happening. Okay, well, we have a beacon for in the future, I guess. When we get allies, if nothing else. I'm going to save it there again. I think we have a chance against this raid, but I think it's going to be a close one. I'm just going to speed up time and wait for them to come to us. Once the raid actually truly starts. Okay, there we go. We'll get everyone in position. Cricket stands there. The rest of you start coming over here. We're going to need, let's see here. B, Eddie, Beetle. Ant is not going to get a great amount of cover. Or he's just, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have him in a straight firing line. That's not where I want to do it. Okay, here. Let's put B behind the cover. Simply because I think it's best if she's behind cover because she's pregnant. Give her the cover. Although Eddie should probably be right up front. Honestly, I think we would do it like this. Okay. Here's hoping. Okay, that's one. We also have dinos that can help. Don't forget that. Okay, hang on. Back off, back off. We want them... Okay, the Velociraptor's helping at least. Cricket's down already. Yeah, that's the problem. They've got a lot of quick-firing guns. Okay, well, at least now they are going to get firing lined a bit. There we go. Okay, they are fleeing. Did any of our animals get fucked up too badly? Permanent gunshot injury on this male Velociraptor. On the brain. Oh, that's pretty bad indeed. That is really not great. Well, let's go ahead and have everyone back off. B did get shot, but only bruised. Ant lost a finger. We're all around pretty okay. We could be worse. Let's go ahead and capture someone. This is currently our medical facility. This is now going to be temporarily turned into a prisoner room. We're capturing some people, so we can get something out of this at least. What are you doing, B? Oh. I didn't even notice tending to the Velociraptor. Makes sense. Okay, who's gonna save Cricket, by the way? I thought I told Eddie to rescue Cricket, but I guess I told him to haul a corpse. Unwavering prisoner. Oh, don't worry. I didn't capture you to have you waver. Okay, B and Eddie are both injured. I'm just going to have Eddie go ahead and do it. Death in 4 hours. Oh my gosh. Please use medicine. That way we can heal it quick enough. Okay, good. B, when you're done eating, I need you to tend to your husband who's bleeding. Also, why was he set to... Oh yeah, I guess I set everyone to using herbal meds because we had it finished. I forgot. Okay. Everyone's treated at least. And why don't you clean up the blood in the room? So it does suck he lost a finger. I think that may have honestly already happened. I don't remember. Sadly, because of the severe permanent brain injury on this Velociraptor, I think we're going to have to put him down. I really don't think there's a point in keeping him around at this point. I'm sorry, Fable. Of course it's the one that got... I don't know if we can do that. No. I don't know if we can do that. That's going to mentally break Ant. Like, it's going to destroy him if we do that. Also, there are so many bedbug eggs that are fertilized here. We're going to get so many bedbugs. Thank goodness it's not real bedbugs. Obtain 100 human meat. Good. Now, this person right here, you fucked us over. You and your raid. So give us one of your lungs and give us one of your kidneys. I did consider getting the Harvest Everything mod. I'm not sure I want to do that. It is very cheaty. But I have been thinking about it, and Ant losing that finger really makes me think about it. But I will hold off for now. We got the 2 organs out of this one. Now we can take their heart. Oh, you're no longer incapable of walking. Well, you won't be capable of breathing very soon. Oh my goodness. We have so many baby bedbugs. So many baby bedbugs. This is going to be horrifying for any raiders who attack in the future. Right now, we can't do much with them. Like, we could have used them during that raid, maybe, but we just didn't have the numbers we needed. Once this group is old enough to start having children, it's gonna skyrocket us. Can we please have someone clean all the massive amounts of blood and goo that are in the base, by the way? Also, Cricket, you need to grab your weapon back. Where is it at? There it is. Okay, we did till this area up here. Time to actually turn it into something. Let's go ahead and grow some cotton. And let's also till this a while. We'll need it tilled for in the future when we need a lump sum of something, whatever it may be. Whether it be cloth that we need in massive bulk or what. Now, we have a lot of hardweave. We have, I think, 2,000 hardweave is what it said before. So we are pretty good on hardweave if we need to use it for any form of clothing. But the thing is, it's not actually amazing. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not amazing. I mostly just made it because I thought, hey, this is a neat material to make things out of. Why not? But in terms of actual strength, leather's better in every regard. So, yeah. Also, Fable's fully healed. Can Fable stand? Apparently. It looks like... Oh my goodness, Fable can walk. Also, B is now in her 2nd trimester, and still no one has cleaned the floors. Anyway, pregnancy mood. Right now, it's up. Great. Now, we are going to need to eventually clean up the floors in here. I think we're going to go ahead and... Why don't we... Can we copy an area? Yeah, okay. We'll do pen. And we're gonna clear out the inside of the actual building from being in the pen area. We don't want the animals actually in the rooms. And let's go ahead and give all the animals that, so that they stop making a mess indoors. Because they really are. Hey, B's cleaning. Make the pregnant woman clean, why not? Okay, I'm sorry, Army of Eldritch, did I read that right? There's an ideologian on this map called Army of Eldritch, and that concerns me quite a bit. Anyway, let's do an insectoid hymn. How's Cricket injured? Oh, she's still shot from all that. Also, she's still missing a toe. That is another reason to get the body part mod, huh? Anyway, Ant, come on in here. You can construct a nest. The other nests are gone. There's only one remaining. I don't know where they went. If I had to guess, they didn't get worked on, and that resulted in them breaking. But at least we have two. One of them stayed, and we just made another one. So at least we have two that are still producing insect jelly. Kind of annoying. Now, there is another use we could have done for this big room. However, I'm going to want an even larger room for that, and it's going to not be very connected to our base. It's going to be connected, but not, like, this close. Probably, like, over here, or in here, maybe, even. And that's going to be the insect hive. We're going to have a really big insect hive at some point. So, we will need to work on that, and probably better to do it sooner rather than later, considering it is a whole big reason why I started this colony. But for now, I want to worry about, are we going to plant the cotton? Hello? Who's our growers? Beetle and Ant. Ant, what are you doing? Hauling wood. Okay, there we go. They're just taking forever to... They're tilling the soil, which is considered a form of plant work, but also a type of construction work, which is dumb. It should not go based off of plant speed, but whatever. This is taking forever, but... Anyway, so we've got 2 velociraptors and a megapede that can follow their master, which is Ant. The one is bonded, which kind of sucks. I don't really want a bond. And then we've got all these bed bugs who, if we need to send them out on an attack, I guess we can. They can't really be trained to do much. You can't even train them to guard. You basically just put them up at the front where the door is, and then they attack for you, I guess. Anyway, we got complex workshops now, though. So we could... Why are they not in the production area? Well, that's annoying. Also, I never made this. Small loom for weaving thread. Increases work speed when placed near tailoring. Oh! All of that stuff was stuff that increases the speed. Oh. My bad. I misunderstood. Well, now I feel stupid. Also, shifting the regional temperature by 18 degrees. More or less? Because if it's... I mean, right now it's August. Are you going to tell me? It just says by 18 degrees. Okay. So right now it's winter. Is it increasing the temperature? It's not telling me. Oh, and Oh my goodness. Okay. That is a lot of insects. Thankfully, most of them got damaged. We're gonna need to destroy that. We're gonna need to destroy that, like, ASAP. They are coming to raid us. That's concerning that the insects are that smart. Okay, well, come on, insects. Bring it on! Okay, I've got my two velociraptors helping as well. Okay, cool. Cricket, how bad are you health-wise? You're not too bad. No one else got injured at all. I'd say we just go ahead and come up here for the insect stuff now before it causes issues. That bedbug's just eating some of the insects we just killed, which I guess fine. I don't really care. So yeah, Cricket, you're bleeding 60% of your blood in a day. You're fine. That sounds like a lot, but it's on a whole day. Huh? Really delayed swarmlings, I guess. I'm not sure if attacking this... I've never actually seen this event before, so I'm not sure if attacking this is going to cause insects to come out. That's why I'm sending my whole colony, basically. I'm leaving Bee behind because she's in her second trimester. Also, Eddie's bleeding. It didn't look like he was injured earlier. Huh. Why don't we go ahead and kill off these swarmlings? Are there any more? Doesn't look... Oh. Well, it just died. There's an Arthropleura over here. They are mostly harmless and only attack in self-defense. Boo! We're gonna tame it. Just don't accidentally shoot Cricket, please. Okay, it doesn't even spawn anything, so I didn't need to send the whole group over here. At least it speeds up the destruction this way. If nothing else, it'll make things go faster. Now, Ant, before you get back to the colony, where's the Arthropleura at? Over here? We're gonna tame that. Just because I wanna. Come on into the pen. Also, 147! What's their expectancy? 150. Oh. This fella's gonna die soon. Of old. Well. Oh well. It's just neat. I really just tamed it because in Ark Survival Evolved, Arthropleura are kind of scary. And I thought they'd be a little scarier in this. Oh well. Anyway, finally that field is tilled so Beetle can plant the cotton up here that we've been needing to plant. Kind of wish we had been able to plant it before tilling that other one, but whatever. Okay. The temperature outside, it does look like their climate adjuster actually makes it hotter. And since we're in the very middle of winter, actually you're not in the middle of winter anymore. Winter is ending soon. It's about to become spring. It's fine. I think we'll send out people later and not right quite yet. Okay. So this drought lab. What can we do? We can make herbal medicine using leaves and honey and shit. We can make chem fuel early, which is interesting. Royal jelly drought, hemogen drought, clarity drought, immunization drought, healing drought, strength drought, efficiency drought, painkiller drought, torture. What's the torturer drought? I see. Focus, fertility, inspiration, stone skin, amnesia. What would be the point in that? Oh, memories. I thought it meant like their learned things. Also, poison drought. Why? What would be the point in that? We've got the kill you drink for when we wanted to kill you. So yeah, I've never played with this mod, so I don't know what all Medieval 2 gives. Enhances hemogenic traits. Okay, I thought it might have just been a replacement for hemogen. What does Royal Jelly Drought do? Improves immunity gain speed and boosts consciousness and move speed, enhancing physical agility, and also lowers the progress of ongoing infections by 5%. Neat, I guess, but what would the immunization drought do then? Oh. Makes them more tired. I mean, I don't really care. If someone's ill, I tend to want them in bed. So that's kind of fine by me. What does the healing drought do? I'm assuming it heals relatively quick, but yeah. It doesn't actually heal wounds that are like unhealable, sadly. How about efficiency? I'm just interested in learning all of these. Enhances global work speed and reduces energy depletion, allowing them to work faster and longer. However, they have a chance of having a heart attack. Also makes them sleepy right afterwards. Maybe we don't make that quite yet. Focus, I'm assuming, improves learning speed. Yeah. Also increases efficiency of eating and resting, allowing them yada yada yada. Boosts psi focus. However, it reverses, making them dumber? Like, learn less afterwards? Okay, out of all of these, only some of these seem worth it. Also, what's the clarity drought do? Restores psychic... Oh. It's just about psychic. Like, other ones, like, I don't need to read what Stone Skin and Inspiration do. I mean, I guess I do need to read them for the side effects. What's the negative side effect of Stone Skin? It makes them ugly. Wait, is this a permanent one? Oh, shit. This is literally just a permanent... This is a medieval way to get a stone skin implant. Just permanently. Okay. What's the Inspiration's negative effect? Diminished combat capabilities. Okay, that's not awful, but it's not great. And antitox, I'm assuming, just is for in their lungs. Yeah, toxic buildup. So the only ones that I feel I would really want would be like healing. What does strength do? Actually, I didn't check that one. Increases yada yada yada. Raises mental break threshold, making them higher stress, and also making them have a higher chance of social fights. That's not bad either. I'm gonna suspend these, even though I definitely can't start making them yet. So the ones of these that seem the most useful are the healing drought, the immunization drought, the strength drought. The inspiration drought. I never did check the coma drought. Oh, yeah. I thought it might have had some kind of benefit other than just they're in a coma, but it doesn't seem like much of one. I don't really want pain killing drought because my pawns just take some kind of other issue. If they're not in pain to get down, they'll get down because their leg gets removed or something. I feel like these three, the healing ones and the strength ones and the immunization ones, are all three the best ones. They need Psychoid, Rafflesia, Glowstool, and Clivia. We'll need to set up farms for all of those. So that'll be 4 different farms we'll need to have. One of them being mushroom. I don't know if Rafflesia is also mushroom, nor do I know if Clivia is mushroom. So we'll have to set up some farms for that. We could honestly set those up whenever we want, but because one is Glowstool, we'll need to do that internally because it will die otherwise. So let's check, right? So giant Rafflesia, rare giant flower in jungles, looks and smells like rotting flesh. Well, great. I already know about Psychoid. Glowcap, I believe, is one of the ones we needed. And Clivia. So it looks like Clivia's just a flower. Raphlasia's just a flower. Psychoid is something, you know, like basically a flower, quote unquote. So Glowstool. Is Glowstool the same thing I looked at earlier? Is Glowstool Glowcap, or are they different? Nope, they're different. There it is. Glowstool. Smells like an old dirty rag pulled from the stomach of a rotting buffalo, but tastes surprisingly good when cooked. But we're not going to cook with them. Now, are we? Dies when exposed to light. So yeah, Glowstool's the only one we're going to have to grow indoors, which sucks. But we could always just build an actual building for it rather than doing it in a cave. That way we could use better soil, I guess. Also, let's go ahead and say that we won't use any Glowstool for this. As well as, what were the other things called? Rafflesia and Clivia. I don't know if those can be eaten, but... Okay, nope, they can't. So yeah, we'll work on growing that stuff, I guess. We'll set up a little growing area for them. We honestly are probably going to want a very small one, because how often are we going to need these droughts? I feel like the strength drought is the only one we're going to need, like, relatively often, because I'd love to be able to use that every time there's a raid. I'm pretty sure that's the one that needed all 3. Well, I say all 3. It doesn't need the Glowstool. So all 3 of the non-mushroom ones. So we could have 3 bigger fields for the outdoor growing ones, and then 1 smaller inside one for the Glowstool that's only used for the healing droughts, which we'll still want a decent amount of healing droughts. So it's not like we're going to have a really small field. But I think we could set up some fields somewhere. Or we could do all this indoors using the... What's it called? Is it dirt? Fungal gravel. We could use fungal gravel, I guess. But I don't think we're going to want to do that for anything other than the mushrooms, because it's not very good for anything other than the mushrooms. So, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's see here. We could have the field... now, we also have to worry about how our animals might eat the plants, so we do need to wall it off as well. Why don't we... We'll grow one last thing here since we tilled it, and then we will move into a new growing area, I think. So what's the last thing we want to grow a bulk amount of in this area? Honestly, I think we just do more cotton, because we could always use cloth. Always. So I think we'll grow one big batch of cotton. We already have one up here that's a little grown, but we'll grow more down here as well. We'll have one big-ass batch of cotton made. And then once we've done that, we can move the field a little bit up into this area and have 3 separate external fields. I really wish that this soil here didn't jut out the way it did. That would make this a lot easier. And then we'll have a fungal bed in the mountain over here. So let's plan this out a while. Wait, why is this one... There's some non-tilled soil here. Why did they not till the soil there? I'm pretty sure I told them to till the soil there. Someone till that soil. Beetle. Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, let's go ahead and plan this out. Now, we can only plan it where we're going to be able to till the soil, which means only the green areas. And we're going to want relatively big ones. And we're going to want them in walled-in areas. Could do it like that. I think that would work perfectly well. And then we'll have the walls... we're going to have a nice big room. Have it like that. The door will be here. And there we go. That looks good. We'll do flooring, like paved tiles around it, just to look nice, because I do care about aesthetics. And there's not going to be a roof built on this. And then as for the mushroom area, we'll have a little entrance right here, I guess. Here, let's do a 5x5, or maybe a 7x7. Not as big as these 8x8s, but still decent enough in size. Honestly, you know what? That's probably still too much. I think 5x5 is the play. Because, like, how often... although, I'd rather need it and have it, rather than not need it and... you know what I mean to say. Anyway, caravan's here, with B's dad in it. Well, B, you get to talk to your dad. We're also going to have to make them an ally, because I really need that. Tech print for jump packs. I will take tech prints. I really like tech prints. Take these antlers to try and pay off that cost. Take the ambrosia. I'm sorry. Handheld Gatling gun. Sadly, this has limited ammo supply, so I don't really want to do that. But a heavy SMG does interest me. But at the same time, I don't like buying weapons that much unless I already can craft them, because it feels kind of like you're skipping a lot of the game if you do it that way. I think I'm gonna sell off my clothing, since we're about to upgrade to the next tier of clothing anyway. I think it might be worth selling it. And then we'll do that. We're going to have to go up here and go ahead and... Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's get rid of all of... Let's honestly get rid of all of these except for the plague mask and the boots. And we do need one more plain leather duster. I did not mean to get rid of that. I should not have gotten rid of that. But I did, because I'm stupid. There it is. Okay. That should be... Actually, maybe just leave that at do until you have 5, because we're going to be using dusters for a while and boots for a while. Let's stop making hard weave as well, because we are not probably using it ever again. It wasn't worth it. Anyway, B. After you're done eating, please talk to them again. It's time to give them gifts. They won't take those because they aren't considered ours. If we could haul this shit, it would be very useful. So please haul these guns in so that we can quickly trade and sell them, or, you know, offer them these guns as a gift. Come on, hurry up, everybody haul. Cricket, you're digging at granite? No, you're hauling right now. Now they should be able to take these frontier weapons as gifts. Yep, there we go. I didn't actually want to use them. So this is just a free +1. Oh, wow, they're not worth much, huh? If I were to do this, how much would it be? 57. You know what? I'm doing it. It's worth it for the allies. It genuinely is worth it. Okay, Cricket, while you're up here, mine this out. Because we're going to need it mined out. Now, it's a nice, cool, mountainous ceiling as well, so that's good. Good for temperature regulation. We'll do a granite wall, or door, whatever. Simply because it makes sense to make sure that it's inflammable. And we do need to clear out these areas from being considered allowed areas so that they don't eat the shit. Because we do not want them doing that. That would be very annoying. There we go. And let's make this one look like it's made out of bricks, because it is made out of granite, admittedly. And let's do some fungal gravel. Matter of fact, we'll do the whole thing in fungal gravel, because it looks nice. Rather than having it be stone turning into gravel. Animal starvation. All the bed bugs are starving. Well, doesn't that seem like a you problem? Okay, I think the problem is the fact that they need meat. So what I'll do is I'll temporarily say they can eat the meat that's in here. Guys, you're allowed in the house to eat. Go eat. I guess they'll do it in the morning. Unless they're... No, it's minor. Come on, eat. There you go. I preferred keeping them in the pen, but I didn't realize that they couldn't forage, which is stupid. There we go. The fungal gravel is set up. We'll go ahead and do a little growing zone here. For glowstool. We won't start growing it yet, though. I'm going to wait because I want to... Well, you know what? We could. Once they're done hauling all these stone blocks, I think we will. Okay. All the animals ate, so you're going back in the pen. You're not hungry anymore, so you don't get that. Okay, let's go ahead and start building this to the best of our ability. We'll use concrete. Haven't had a chance to use the concrete yet. Actually, wait, no. The reason I haven't used the concrete, there's a reason. I wanted to make more cement presses out of concrete. Where is it? There it is. How much concrete do we have? 450, so we have enough for 3 of these. Okay. After these are done, we'll deconstruct them. I want to keep the granite for other stuff like security reasons, because granite's better than concrete in terms of strength, but if I'm building stuff out of stone in here, it's to deal with fire, not to deal with, like, a raid. Oh, a group's visiting the colony. How nice. What do they have? Wow, some wine. And it's only normal quality. You can just fuck off. How about that? Ooh, pretty. So the growth rate's at 96%. That's not bad. That's actually pretty fast. You know what? Out of sheer... I want to get it done sooner rather than later, I think I'll make this out of granite. The concrete that I could make would have been really useful in an area where I don't have access to granite, but because I have access to granite, there's going to be a lot of situations like this where I'm just like, ah, fuck it, it doesn't matter. I can always replace it later. So it's not like it matters all that much. I'm actually going to use a wooden door. Because they will be going in and out of there very often. Up here, it's like, how often are they going to go in here for the glow stool? Because realistically, not only is it going to grow kind of slowly, but also there's not as much to haul. So when they're done growing it and they're hauling it, it's not going to take as many trips. So it's not that important. Oh man, they are taking forever to chop these trees and things. Speaking of that, let's get rid of this apple tree. B, come on. You're just chopping a tree. It shouldn't take you that long. Okay, but yeah, we're going to get a nice little area in here. And then for flooring, we'll do some paved tiles. Everywhere except for where we're currently growing shit. Starvation. B. Go eat. Oh, we finally ran out of food. I didn't know we finally ran out of food. That sucks. Go eat. You do not want the baby to starve. Mega sloths. I mean, I'll be honest. If you're not going to tell me your stats, I'm probably going to say no. However, part of me wants to do it because mega sloths are a good amount of resources, but no, I'm not going to do it. Third trimester. Okay. We can turn this back into a medical room, I suppose. So we've had a skilled doctor ready. We've got a birth room with a clean floor and good bed. We've got a food source for the baby, in that she can breastfeed. And we've got cribs. The only thing I can think of would be making the cribs higher quality. Why don't we go ahead and put the highest quality one in the center and we'll assign it to her baby. If she has twins, then it'll be an issue. But as long as she doesn't have twins, we'll be ready. Does the quality of the bed affect... So 2 from that one. 2 from a good one. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter if it's good or excellent. Does this affect birth quality? Okay, no. It being a larger bed also doesn't affect it at all. Good to know. She's due soon, though, and that is something to worry about. We will be dealing with our first child. Hopefully, while it may be the first of many, it's the first of many that come later, because really, I did not want a kid quite yet, but oh well. Animal starvation again. Okay, you guys can go inside again to eat. I hate having to do this manually, but at the same time, I don't want them tracking garbage through my entire damn building. They do keep coming in here and eating the insect jelly. That actually, that gives me an idea. What if we use these to feed them? What if we made this part of the pen so that they could regularly eat insect jelly? That would be kind of smart, now wouldn't it? Okay, you guys can go back outside. Especially with the birth coming soon. We don't want too much dirtiness tracked throughout the building. Okay. Excellent quality one goes in the middle. There we go. This looks really dumb as is. Also, blood moon. Cool, I don't care. Finally, Beetle, you're planting more. Solar flare. We don't have power yet, so that doesn't matter. Haha. How long until this cotton's done? Oh my goodness. It takes forever to grow cotton. Just forever. A band of thugs for 806 silver. How much silver do I have? I can't check. Well, I'd like to know how much I have, because part of me kind of wants to say yeah, because I don't really want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with a raid while B's about to go into labor, so honestly here. So I had 806. How much money did I have? 300. Oh, wow, you know, I could afford that. That was worth it, honestly, to avoid a raid. I'm willing to pay to avoid a raid when it's that small of an amount. I mean, yeah, that don't get me wrong. That was a good percentage, but at the same time, like, worth it to not risk B miscarrying. Or, worse yet, stillbirthing because our doctor gets injured. I'll be honest, part of me wants to cut this cotton early, just to fucking get rid of it, but that would just mean that I wasted time working on it. I guess, you know what I could do? I could go ahead and till the soil. Let's get rid of that herbal med plant that's there as well. Because having the soil pre-tilled will at least speed up how long before I can make my first round of this. And I want them all growing at the same time, even though I'm willing to bet that they take different amounts of time to grow. And therefore, I should probably, if I were smart, check which one is going to take the... I'm going to check now. Okay. Let's check real quick. Which one is the fastest? So, starting from the bottom, Psychoid takes... hang on, 9 days. So 9 versus 3. Oh, right now 9's in first place. Where's the other one? I cannot even remember what the other one was called, to be honest. But I feel like if I see it, I'd remember it. Is it Alocasia? No, it's Clivia. 3. Okay, so yeah, no, it's Psychoid. By a long shot, it is Psychoid. Psychoid takes so long to grow, in fact, that I honestly could have all 3 of these be Psychoid, and it would grow at the same rate as just one of them for the other crop. Do I do that? Do I make a second area for the other 2, since they are flowers? I mean, I could do that. I just need 2 more 8x8s. I could totally fit that. Yeah, we're gonna totally do that. Okay. We're gonna move the walls because... Wait, I'm... Seriously. Brain, place them in the correct location. And I'm actually gonna move the door to here. I think that would look nicer that way then. There we go. Doing things this way just seems smarter. I mean, we might get different amounts of the resource from them as well, but at that point, you can't really blame me. I did it to the best of my ability, you know? I tried. You can't blame me for trying. It's not like I can't just say, you know what, later on and end up pausing the growth of one that we get like too much of. Can always do that. How can this cotton hurry up already? I think it needs to get to like 55 or 60% before we can cut it and still get a resource. I'm fine cutting it early. I just don't want to cut it so early we get nothing out of it. Also, animal starvation again. Everyone go inside and eat. I should probably just set up the room so that they can go in to eat. Wouldn't that be smarter? That would be a lot smarter, because then they'll just use this hallway. They will literally only go through the hallway. Which means that, yes, they will track in dirt, but they will only track it into the room they absolutely have to. Okay, fellas, I said please stop getting births. I have you both set to avoid pregnancy. How are you guys this bad at avoiding pregnancy? Anyway, let's hurry up with the soil, though, shall we? Also, these glow stools, what are their growing times? 40 days! I thought they'd grow at like a similar rate, I'll be honest. What were the glow stools used for again? The healing drought. One that I'd actually probably want relatively often at that. Suddenly, I'm thinking we expand this by like triple. Because holy shit. That's insane. That is ludicrous. 40-day grow time? 40-day grow time. That's not lifespan, that's grow time. Holy shit. Oh, an eclipse. Great, cool. Also, I got uranium ore, I guess. Of course, it goes into the wall, because that's exactly what I need. What are they doing? No, no. Get the fuck out of here. Why did they all wander in there like, ooh, new area. Everybody, enter, enter. What are you? You're not supposed to go in there. Also, Feralisk Clutch Mother. Okay, real talk, can we tame the Feralisk Clutch Mother? Will that mean that all the Feralisks she makes are then ours? We're just taming any insect that seems even slightly cool. Also, hey, a colonist fell into our fucking plant area. 4 hours until they bleed out. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we need to save them ASAP if we want to. Eddie. Rescue operation. There we go. They are from a, okay. Eltex, uranium, silver, sandstone, and silver. Fuck me! Those are just really good, huh? No plasteel, but I don't even care. Also compacted steel. My goodness. Okay, well, we need to mine all of that. The sandstone's gonna be the quickest to mine, followed up by the steel. So we'll mine that stuff first to get it out of the way. But holy shit! Thank you, Randy. Randy blesses us today. Wow, that just, wow. Zyglophodon sitting. What? The fuck is a Zyglophodon? Chemical fascination kleptomaniac. Yeah, you can fuck off. 13 days with rot-blooded animals. Or animals, singular. For 46 gold and 3 Eltex, is that worth it? We have to treat them constantly? Honestly, I don't know. We don't have any gold, but I don't know. Actually, you know what? We don't have any gold. And that means we can't make certain things that we really need gold for. That's a Zyglophodon. For some reason, at his face is where we click on it, by the way. What the hell? So yeah, they do come in to eat, but then they go right back out. Zyglophodon. Try and clear out these plants a while. I know they'll just grow back, but what can you do? I just want to at least have it look a little nicer. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the other plants we're going to need. Giant Rafflesia and Clivia. We have them selected, but we haven't actually started growing them yet because they're not going to be something we need a ton of right yet. It only takes them 3 days to grow, and I'd really rather not do that quite yet. Also, there's one more steel still here. Then I guess the L-Tex is next. Then the silver, and then the uranium. Because uraniums can take a long time to mine. Speaking of taking a long time, cotton. I thought you were harvestable by 60%. When are you harvestable by? Jeez. Also, this Zyglophodon... Do I even need to use medicine? You know what? I've got the herbal meds to spare. I guess I'll do it. So everyone's... We could assign plague masks now. Let's see if they can wear that... Oh, this is flashing red? I thought she was going into labor. Let's see if they can wear that with their hoods. We'll test it with Eddie since he's hauling into that room anyway. Okay, no. So then we're gonna have to take off the padded helmets. But it's worth it, because then we can have a whole colony of fucking plague doctors. Which just looks cool. Remember, looks are more important than anything else. For some reason. Ship crash. Crashed shuttle. These are usually pretty worth it. Also, oh my, skill trainer medical. 72 gold would also be nice, but skill trainer medical means we can get Eddie really trained up to deliver for B. I think we do this and we hope that we can get the reward before B goes into labor. Oh, why does it have to be way over there? Okay, get over here. Come on. When's this raid gonna show up? There they are. Okay. Wasn't sure if I would need to worry about cover. Looks like I should have, but oh well. Let's go for Zhang Zhan over here. Because, yep, they are a genie. So they literally go down from a single hit. Come on. Jeez, Cricket's already down. What happened to Downer so badly? I guess she is pregnant. That is probably part of it. Okay, rescue Cricket. Let's get these meals. Haul that horn. And we don't have a place to capture this person, so they're just gonna bleed out. I don't care. Haha. Awesome, honey wine. How nice. Thank you for the delivery of honey wine. Okay, Eddie is a bit slowed down because he got shot in the leg. Honestly, let's do that so he at least is able to move faster. There we go. Once he's done treating her, we'll have him use the neurotrainer. Just in case she goes into labor at any moment. There we go, he's level 15 in medical now. Okay, fine. Feed that one meal to her instead of hauling it all. A little bit of starvation there as well. It's fine. Okay, let's save. In case something goes wrong. Like that. That was pretty much exact timing. Okay. His moving's a bit slow. He's a little in pain, but he can doctor. It's fine. Eddie is the doctor. Room cleanliness is at a negative. Okay, there. It only matters if it's sterile. I see. Okay. Well, this is going to have an 81% chance, or 81% quality, which means only a 10% chance of a bad birth. Technically a 10.6. And a 0.66% chance that we will be very upset. Here goes. Come on, please don't have the birth go poorly. Cancel childbirth. I love how that's a thing. Oh, he fully healed while he was doing the childbirth. How nice. Charged Feralisk egg. Oh. It just means it's growing fast. Here goes. Don't die. Healthy childbirth. And bees alive. Okay. Baby Trogo? Okay. Trogo. Are you serious? That's the name you want to go with? You don't even pick the same last name? You both have the same last name of Moth. Why not go with Moth? Yeah, suggested. Moth or Moth? Okay, what kind of names we looking at? I know we're tribal, so they're trying to do a tribal name, but come on, Trobo. Skunk, Lacko, Blue, Camino, Rilomi, White Octopus, Gologo, Basculo, Mandrill, White Born, Dorna, Choban, Trobo. All of these are terrible names. Like, absolutely terrible names. Mega Scarab! Borza. Okay. What nicknames? Oh, they're also the same things. Okay. A baby girl. You know what? I have an idea. Last time I played Rimworld, we had a colonist named Sky, and her name got overwritten as Eddie very early on because I didn't make a character named Eddie originally, and one of my viewers wanted to have, Eddie. He wanted to have one of the characters named after him. Why don't we do Sky this time, since she didn't get to be named that last time, and we will, of course, keep the same last name. Because, even though Moth's last name is supposed to be for their role, but whatever. Her title is Newborn. Yeah, I'd hope. There we go. Eddie, you want to clean the amniotic fluid off the floor, please? Cricket can stand now, so I guess we'll have her go re-equip the horn in case something happens, and after she's done eating, how about we have her clean out this dirty-ass hallway? Moth. No, call her by her fucking name, not her last name. Who just left the baby on the floor? What the fuck was that? Okay, anyway, low baby food. Yeah, I know. We're planning on doing breastfeeding. So, yeah, that should be fine. Also, they can eat insect jelly, I guess. I mean, huh. That would fit. B is starving. We have to feed her or else she stops being able to feed the child. Okay, let's go ahead and suspend this meal again. Instead of doing that, I could do a do until you have and just have it be really high. Like, do until you have 100 meals. And have it be a pause when satisfied and only unpause at, like, 10. Okay, we could kill some animals to get some more meat, since right now my things are... Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's gonna hurt her mood quite a bit. Well... Anyway, let's go ahead and harvest these. Ooh, man, that is a downer. That is a real downer. We just had a birth and then have another one miscarry. Oh well. Can we harvest those a while? Yeah, thank you, beetle. Show up and do nothing. Boredom. Okay, well, B, not everything fucking revolves around you, but I'll be nice and I'll set up... I can't do an archery target. A dart board, I guess, could work. Well, isn't darts just shooting? Dexterity play. We already have dex play and cerebral play, so we need something other than dex and cerebral. We can't do a training stuff. This seems like a bad idea. I guess we could do a theater stage. I mean, sure. Or, you know what, maybe a punching bag. What's that considered? Strength play. Yeah, we'll do a punching bag. We don't have enough cloth, son of a bitch. Human leather punching bag. That is really good practice, right? Because, like, think about it. That makes sense. You know, it's especially good practice if you're punching something made out of human. I think it's just logical. Beetle... Can you just, like, stop doing one thing and then stopping what you were doing, please? Also, the insect things went away again. And you have, like, one job and you still manage to fuck it up somehow. I don't know how you manage it. But we're gonna run out of fucking insect jelly if we end up having to rely on you. Whatever. It is spring and it's almost summer and we've got the plus to like 12 to temperature, so we should probably send someone out to deal with that at some point, but not right now because, I mean, come on. We just had a birth. Oh, good. Multiple angle mech hive. We've got 3 scythers, 2 pikemans. Well, thankfully, we have a chance against that, at least. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to actually go ahead and... We're going to rename this to just... Attack. No, you know what? We're not going to do what I was going to do, because then we would send bugs, which aren't very good. Let's just send ant. And... the other gunners. We'll have two... well, one very injured Velociraptor and one not very injured Velociraptor. Speaking of which, by the way, where's our other... Did you ever give birth? I don't think you did. Okay, I think, you know what? We're not gonna have Velociraptors, okay? We're just not gonna have Velociraptors. We're gonna be killing that one, and we're gonna probably lose the other ones in this fight. But like I don't think the Velociraptors are gonna be the play. They aren't that dangerous, and they just tend to get permanent injuries very easily. Go, my Velociraptors. Eddie doesn't have the range. Need to move him closer. Yeah, I'm fine with losing the Velociraptors. We're supposed to be an insect colony anyway. We just got those for free, and I was like, well, when in Rome. Okay, where are the other mechs? Down here? Okay. Over here! Come on. Hurry up. Where's the other... Oh, it's the one with the brain injury that didn't get down somehow. Oh, no. Take out that fucking thing. How many shots is it gonna take? Holy shit. 7 hours. Okay, what happened to Beetle? She just went down really quickly for no reason. Oh, because they hit both her fucking feet. That's why. Oh, that's... He just lost a kidney. That is a whole fucking kidney gone. Okay, well, definitely could have gone better. We need to tend to Ant now because he will bleed out. If we don't, like, tend one of these before getting him back. Just one is going to be enough, but we need to tend one. Because we are a very long way from home. There, 10 hours. That's much more doable. Okay, well, I guess we're treating all of them because he ignored what I said. Yeah, rescue those two. We'll worry about their weapons later. And we're just gonna have to execute our Velociraptors because, like, let's be real here, they are not providing us anything. Ant's already emotionally fucked, by the way, so this is probably not a great idea, but... we just need to hurry this up. Come on. Okay. Now, I do have childcare in the work menu, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, good. Well, that could have been better. Yep, there goes one of the Velociraptors. Hey, we got up to 100 with our allies because of tending that member. Thank goodness I did that because we could use the allies. Shelter for allies. A legendary harp. A legendary harp. And a telescope. We need to do that for the recreation We need to do that for the recreation. Here, there will be your 2 sleeping areas. Enjoy. They don't do any work, do they? Oh. Thanks. I was really hoping they'd at least clean, but no. Okay, Beetle and Ant can both stand now. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's come back down here and equip your weapons once more. So that could have gone a lot better. We are down a kidney, don't forget. I kind of need a raid to show up just to deal with that now. Major break risk from Ant as well. It's really not going to go well for him when we have to kill that. That's going to really fuck up Fable. Fable shouldn't get slaughtered yet. Let's keep his mood up a little. Because that's not a good idea. Weapons! What weapons? Probably something bad. Oh, yep. Yeah, I was right. Pretty shit. I'll let Cricket finish digging this out. Okay, the only reason I had her move that was so I could do the same thing as I did before, where I just spawn in some granite real quick to make this look nice. And then refog the area to pretend like it never happened. Think of it like we're just taking the ore out of the stone without mining the stone. We're just mining the ore part. I just fucking dealt with you. I just... Whatever. Crop sprout. Watercress. On stone. Okay. Anyway. Let's hurry this up, please. Can we still haven't harvested this cotton. This cloth has not been hauled because we keep having people having to lay in bed instead of doing other shit. Cricket's really upset. It's almost like miscarrying upsets people. She's gonna be upset for another week. Beetle is just taking forever to heal. Like, holy shit. Okay, Beetle, can you just... Hurry it up. Make it go faster. Because Ant's my other fucking plant worker, and he's also out of commission. We might need to get the remove everything mod so that we can start taking people's hands and feet. I mean, I feel like it makes sense to be able to steal a finger. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Eddie's no longer inspired. Who cares? Beetle is fully healed, finally. And is building armchairs. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Let's honestly have all of them use the regular armchair graphic. I'm not gonna use the custom ones. I think the mod's a cool concept, but it tends to just be annoying more than helpful. Okay, can you be fucking for real, man? Trying to prioritize the ones specifically in a growing zone. I don't know why. At least now I can finally till the last of this soil. Okay, Ant is still very injured, by the way. He got fucked up by that scyther. Okay, let's real quick just do one more fucking granite, because, of course. Oh, and it lags. Turn off that dev mode. Okay, there we go. Stash of Fortune, I don't care. I'm already doing that. I don't care about that. I'm already doing that. We should probably deal with this soon. It's just so far away, man. I really don't want to go all the way over there. It's fucking like 10 tiles away through mountainous terrain. It would take 1.4 days just to get there. Like, that's so long. Are there any animals we could ride in the wild that we could tame? Like, nope. I mean, we could tame a gigantalope, but I think they go slow. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, we're gonna have all the cotton we could ever need, or cloth, whatever. At least there's that. Ant's hauling shit for some reason. I don't know why he's... Oh, because I had him set to that as a number 1. That's why. I was gonna say, I don't know why he's doing that instead of bed resting. When did I set him to a 1 in hauling? And why? Oh, no, my colony wealth is high. Oof, that's not great. That is very not great. You know, we still need some plain leather, I just realized. Do ground runners give plain leather? Oh, they fucking do. Do kangaroos give plain leather? No, they give heavy fur. Still, though, that ibex ram and those ground runners, the ground runners especially, should speed that up. Okay, buddy. Cricket. Why are you hauling instead of working on it? Skill too low? Oh yeah, it's Beetle is the one who's supposed to do it. Beetle, what are you doing? Oh, you're hunting. Okay, never mind. That's on me. I'm not paying attention to who's who. I'm forgetting things. No, you don't get to go shoot at it once, hit it with a single shot, and then go, I'm gonna go sleep. Come on. You bring it back home now. So that plague mask, oh, it prevents you from catching the plague. You know what? That's actually pretty nice. I thought it was just the things it said on the tooltip, but it also completely prevents the plague somehow. Magic, I guess. So you know what? Hey, worth it, I guess. So how's Sky doing? Parents are happy, entertained, excellent crib, moderate expectations, I guess. We should probably make some children's clothing, by the way. We should also change that so that that's in the settings. I think we'll go with a nice pants and shirt. I don't want to give them a whole romper. Actually, it says little ones love it, so never mind. We're doing a romper. And what do we want to make that out of? Can we make that out of, can we make that out of hard weave? I have to find... Kid romper. We totally can. Got the weed romper. We'll do it so that we always have one extra in case it gets destroyed at all. Also, I forgot to set it to only allowed ingredients. There we go. So yeah, this should be good. Also, imagine growing up with your mother always going around wearing a plague mask. Also, they all look bald. I'm gonna install a mod to fix that. I know there's a mod that does that because I've used that in single player and I should have had it installed in this one, but I forgot that I was gonna do the Plague Doctor mask. I also didn't expect the Plague Doctor masks to make my pawns bald. It's just a mask. Visage masks don't make them bald. Why does the Plague mask do it? Kinda dumb. Just saying. Okay. Psychoid. Psychoid. We'll do one last cut all the plants so that it's all nice and cleared out. And then we will start planting. Let's also, over here, go ahead and replace this all with fungal gravel. Oh, beetle's gonna be... Oh, that's considered a plant job, so they're gonna be doing that instead of cutting things. Oh, well. Okay. Can't extend it over the stone. Okay, that sucks. At least everyone's fully healed now. I mean, other than the permanent injuries that we can't heal. We don't have to worry about that. So that's fine. Okay. Once they finish that, we can expand the mushroom growing. I really love how I thought I would have the smallest one be the mushrooms, then I saw how long they took, and I'm like, ah, the biggest. We can go ahead and get rid of that finally. We really need someone to clean, by the way. B. Can you... What are you trying to do? Tending to Atlas. Okay, yeah, that is important, because that's the blood clot one. Okay, you're trying to haul. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to clean this room now. Because it is an awful room just from the sheer amount of garbage in there. Okay, that's a bit too much. Like, that's... Last time I was okay with the $800. $1,000 is a bit of a fucking step up, man. Okay, can we get everyone in here cleaning? Okay, we at least have 2 people, I guess. Nope. Eddie stopped doing it. Okay, well, B at least cleaned up a lot of it. I think she finished all the cleaning. That hallway was so dirty. Oh, this is why I don't like animals, is because they always make such a mess of things. It's so annoying. Also, why are these not being hauled? Is this full? And no, it's not. Okay, we can get rid of those. There's the raid. And transport pods beyond the walls! Okay, well, on the bright side, we're about to find out how good at attacking our fucking things are, our bed bugs and shit like that. On the downside, I hope Atlas doesn't get hurt. Okay, this is literally just so many gunshots going off that it's not even funny. Get in there. Oh, someone has grenades as well. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Okay, hang the fuck on. How many people with grenades did Randy send me? If it's 3 or more, I'm saying fuck you. Because that's just not fair. Holy shit. How many people with grenades? 1, 2. That's 3 because it's dynamite. Molotovs. Yeah, no, that's... Fuck you all for that. I don't care that that's cheating, because that is actually just horse shit. I won't take any of the rewards from this. I won't even take the little things that came because they came in drop pods. We'll just pretend like that never happened. Because that raid is actually just impossible levels of strong. How am I supposed to take on 4 grenadiers appearing inside my walls because of drop pods? I already hate drop pod raids because they literally make it so that any defenses you make are just not important at all. They're completely moot. And then adding on top of that, by the way, we're going to send a bunch of explosives. We're tending to the injured bed bugs, I guess, because that still happened. But besides that, we're going to act like that never happened. That's just annoying, though. That's just really fucking stupid, though. Man, that pisses me off. That's not where I clicked. Or, well, it is where I clicked, but it's not what I meant to click. Make more concrete things, come on. Can we hurry up already? What are you fucking doing, Cricket? Oh, relaxing socially. Clean the room. That's what you get to do. You get to relax by cleaning the damn room. Okay. I really want to plant my fucking things up here for like the healing droughts and stuff, but I guess now's the time. Beetle is kind of busy making a duster, but yeah, there's so many things we have to tame up. Look at, oh my gosh, it does really give us every Feralisk, huh? Okay, this is probably blowing through our food, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna sound really bad. We're starving every animal. Except for the ones that we need to keep around for one reason or another. I thought these bed bugs were a good strategy, but I'll be honest, they did nothing during that initial raid. Admittedly, that's because they had 4 grenadiers, but I thought the bed bugs would be better than they are. It seems like all they do is eat a lot of fucking food. So I'm getting rid of them. The Feralisks, they might have been useful if they attacked. I think my main problem is that none of my animals are attacking for me. And I guess I'd have to tame them or train them to guard to do that, and that's why. So I'm going to literally have every animal starve to death, except for the ones I want to keep, which includes this Megapede. I want to keep that. The Arthroplura gets to starve to death. The Feralisk Colostrum Mother gets to starve to death. All of its children are going to starve to death. Have fun. Matter of fact, I should probably just kill the Clutch Mother before she has any more kids, shouldn't I? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Now we should be making quite a bit of concrete. Because like I said, concrete is a nice, like, low work way of getting stone chunks. And it also gets you more stone chunks than you would get from, or stone blocks from stone chunks than you would normally get. So I think it's honestly worthwhile to do this. Granite's stronger, but I don't know, man. It just seems like this is the better option. Fable's no longer incapable of walking. Good for Fable. Didn't ask, though. Yeah, because they were just making us blow through our food. Let's be real here. It was... These animals are not okay. So why are they still in here? I thought I set them all to... Oh, I'm an idiot. Duh. There we go. Now they're all in the little death area. Really? Really? We just planted them and there's already a fucking blight. Wow. Also, what's even the point of me spacing these out like this if they're just gonna fucking blight like that? That's so annoying, man. Oh, and it fucking... Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. It untills the soil. You gotta be fucking kidding me that it untills the soil because of a blight. I'll be honest, part of me wants to use fucking dev mode to... Okay, stop. Stop. Stop planting new. Because it already is spreading the fucking blight. Oh my gosh, it spreads so fucking fast. Fuck me, look how fast it's spreading! Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna cheat. Because, holy hell. And it starts raining. I'll get rid of the fucking blight. There. Now put out the fires. How's that? Now, I will fucking cheat. That pisses me off. Unacceptable levels of stupidity right there. Also, I'll turn the rain back on. That was supposed to happen, I guess. But that just pisses me off. Oh, we're gonna spawn a blight on the very first fucking harvest, the moment you plant it, and it's gonna spread over the flooring that you specifically put there to avoid having it being able to spread. What's even the point of the flooring then? I thought that doing it like that was like a blight break. It would make it not spread, but no. Clear out a camp. Wait, no. Hiding out in their vicinity. He's asking us to bring small hunter to one of their settlements for a grand sum. Double if alive. Oh. If we clear out their camp, we get 64 gold and a book. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, I get it. They collapse because of extreme exhaustion. I get it. It is a very annoying sound. Part of me wants to just do an explosion here, I'm not gonna lie. Cricket's pregnant! Are you sure that's a good idea to do that again? Okay, I'm actually doing it. That was just, it was just too annoying. I know that it's still happening, but it's gonna happen a lot less now, I think. Okay, can we also allow all these corpses so that they can be moved so I could do another explosion, maybe? Oh my gosh, hurry up. Starve to death already, you people. Animals, whatever. Just goes to show, if I'm going to do an insect hive, I need to do one of the self-sufficient ones, not the ones that I have to deal with the food. Because these were just really annoying to deal with. They were not useful. This also gives Ant more time to deal with plants rather than animals. Because they were kind of focusing too much on the animals. We're doing it again, by the way. I did kind of destroy my walls there, but I needed to hit them with the explosions. So, where's the shuttle at? Please auto-load that. There we go. And now, we suddenly have way fewer mouths to feed, which means way less of a mess. And there's the little bit of gold we got. How nice. Okay, well, I think that is a pretty good place to stop. We do need to expand that growing zone before I forget as well. We did a lot this stream. Some useful, some not. You know what? Actually, there's one more thing I'll do before we end the stream there. I have an idea. First of all, let's do an insectoid hymn. There's a reason for this, beyond what the obvious reason is. Uninteresting. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, let's do a bug bash. Come on. I want to end stream sometime this year. Hurry up. Unforgettable. That'll work. Also, thank you for the free insect jelly. Dunalisk Clutch Mother. Well, we'll have to real quick deal with that. Now, won't we? Thankfully, every day I can do that. Every 24 hours in game. Anyway, now that I've done that, I can do what I wanted to do. We're getting rid of Fable. Fable, the useless fucking dinosaur. Ant needed the mood buff from having that unforgettable festival. Except he didn't care. Why did he not care? Also, oh no, you killed an insectoid. Oh. Anyway, there we go. So that's all I really wanted to do before we end stream. I will end stream there then, and we'll be back tomorrow with more Rimworld. Next week, we're going to have a change in scheduling plans, because I'm going to be going from a 2 games for 2 days each schedule to 1 game a day. So because of that, each game is going to be getting less time. So Rimworld and League are both going to be getting less time. Instead of 2 full days, they're going to each get 1 day. I might end up playing them a little later to make up for that. I'm not saying I'm going to go all the way to 3-hour streams, but maybe I'll go to 2.5 to 3 hours. You know, we'll play it by ear. We'll feel it out. Certain days I might end earlier. Certain days I might not. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not a pro. I'm some moron. Anyway. But for now, we'll worry about that when it comes up then. For now, I can't talk. For now, I'll let you guys go. Hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday, and I'll be back with more Rimworld tomorrow. Bye-bye.